everybody, it's Holly, and thank you again for joining me on my channel, Smile by Holly. I really do appreciate all of your support. So today we have a tutorial. It's a little bit long-winded, but I wanted to take you from step one all the way to the end on how to work with digital files. And we're using this brand new kit out by Nitwit Collections. It's called Bluebell Cottage Knick-Knack. So this says especially for you, and you make me smile. Absolutely love it. Now let's look at all the layers. Look at all the layers, and I have kind of pushed up the butterfly wings to give it a little bit more dimension. Let's look over here. And I love this tab over here. I love the look of the tab. I think that would be so cute to actually make a mini album with those tabs. I think all these ideas are coming to me. But anyway, this is what we're going to be making today. I've gone through and added some embellishments on here and some buttons, and I think it turned out so cute. So let's go ahead and get started. I will leave the link down below for this adorable little knick-knack from Nitwit Collections. If you haven't been in to see their site, you absolutely must go in. Their stuff will blow your mind. It is just so cute and beautiful, and everything coordinates, and I just can't say enough good things about this amazing company. But let's start out, and I'll take you through step one all the way to the end on how to make this fun dimensional knick-knack. Okay, so let's jump right in and get started. Now, let me just tell you, this is going back to basics. I'm going to go step by step on how you actually get to the site, purchase the file, download the file, bring it into a program, etc. So I apologize if this is too simple, but I know there's a lot of people out there that want to know how to use digital designs. And Mom, I hope you are listening. I will help you download. So let's get started. You're on your home screen. Oh, and there's my sweet little baby. This was Murphy. He was our Newfoundland. We had him for 8 years, but he did pass last year. We've since gotten a brown and white Newfoundland, and his name is Mowgli. So I'll have to post pictures of Mowgli a little later on. So that's just a little glimpse into my private life, but let's get started. So let's go to your browser. Now I'm using Google Chrome. You'll go up here to here. We want to search for Nitwit Collections. And it comes up first thing because I come here all the time. So Nitwit Collections, and this is going to take us to their website. Okay, so we're at their website, and what you'll want to do here is you want to log in. Okay, now if you already have an account, hit log in and it will take you to your account. If you don't have an account yet, still go to log in, and it will say, welcome, create your username and password. And it's at that point you would create yours and you would be able to start your account. Does that make sense? Let's go ahead and just look at their website for a minute. This is the brand new collection that we'll be working with today. It's called Bluebell Cottage. It is so cute. And let me show you the actual kit we're using. This is the knick-knack. Now, knick-knacks they're like print, cut, and create kits. They're just like a smaller portion of a large kit, but they've already gone ahead and made all the layers for you. So you would just print it out, cut it out, and then you can create with it. Let me show you. Let's go into a larger view. So this is what we'll be making today. And this just shows all the different elements. Let me pull up their elements. And there's their elements. So you have the base page, you have the main page with all of the elements, and then all of these are separate little elements that you would cut out and layer on top of each other. It's so cool. What they also have is several different sentiments in each collection and each knick-knack, so that you can use this one knick-knack design for so many different occasions. Like this one says sending birthday wishes. This one says just a little note. You make me smile. I mean, isn't that great? So you could use this for birthdays, for thank yous, for I mean, so many things. And then Mary Fran, she is such an amazing designer. She also includes a blank little note card so that if you don't want to use any of these, you can write your own sentiments. So I think that's awesome. Okay, so let's go up and just look really quick. Let's look at all of their digital kits. And I can scroll for days. I just love to go through and look at all the amazing things. I just made some fun things with the little Stinkers collection. Isn't that cute? Yeah, just awesome, awesome, awesome collections. And when you buy the collections, let me just go through this really quick. You can buy the bundled collection, which has everything. It has the main kit. It has a secondary kit of papers that also coordinate. It has a kit of solid papers. It has another kit called Little Bits, which has super fun little extra elements and sentiments and things that you can use in your collection. And then it also has what they call Alphawits, which is their own alphabet that coordinates with the collections. Is that so cool? Once again, when you buy this, you save 20%. So that's a great deal. Now let's go down and I'll show you. So this is just the main kit that you could purchase separately. Here's that set of additional papers that also coordinate. Here's that Little Bit collection with just fun extra sentiments and clip art. Here is the knickknack, which is what we'll be using today. Here is their Alphawit, which the alphabet, it just coordinates so cute with each collection. And then this is their solid paper, which matches just perfectly. So this is what we're going to be making today. Let's click on it and it will take us to here. So what you want to do is you want to add this to your cart. Now, go ahead and do that. I'm not going to do it because then my credentials are going to show my username and password and all those things. So I'm just going to skip that part, but you would add it to your cart and then it would ask for your payment information. And after you put your payment information in, it will say confirm your order. So you confirm your order, and as soon as you hit confirm, it will pop up with the screen that says download file. Okay, so after I confirm my order, it takes me to this screen and it says to download your files, click the download button and choose save to disk. So I have a separate folder already set up that after it downloads, it can go into that folder. Let's just kind of walk through it. So I've already downloaded this once. You do have 5 downloads, but the link does expire about a month after you purchase it. So my suggestion is as soon as you purchase a file, go in and download it immediately because you would hate to purchase it and then forget about it and then your link would be expired. So my suggestion, go in, get it downloaded. So let's download this. We're going to download it. It will probably say duplicate file, but we're going to do it anyway. So give me just a sec and a different screen is going to pop up. Right there, it says it's working on it. So here is the screen and here is the file. What we want to do is we want to extract it. It's like unzipping a file. See, there's a little zipper there. We need to unzip that zipper so we can get into the file and play around with it. So we're going to hit extract. I've already done it, so mine says number 2, but we will extract it a second time. So we're extracting it. See, it's copying all those files. So now we can go over to our downloads. There's my down. That is what I just barely did. Okay, we downloaded it. Now here's the one that was zipped that we don't want to use. We want to use this file folder. So I'm going to double click on it and it will open up and show us all those adorable elements that are included. So we have downloaded it, and then we have extracted it, and then we went to our downloads, and we could click on it now that it was unzipped, and here are the files that we just purchased. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now what I do from here is I would go in, and let me go up one and I'll show you. I would take this and I would right click on it and I would say cut. because what I want to do is I want to cut it out of my downloads and put it into a folder. And I have a separate hard drive where I move my files over. Now that might be confusing, so you could just leave it in your downloads if that is. I download a ton of things, so it's easier for me to download it and then put it in a separate file. And please feel free to message me if you have any questions on this process. I'm trying to go slow and be really clear, but because I do this and it's just kind of secondhand nature, I might be missing something. So if you go, hey, what about this? Please feel free to message me. Now let me just show you something really quick. Nitwits, let me get in there. Nitwit Collections has made an amazing tutorial. It's called GIMP Beginner Tutorial. Now, GIMP is a free program that you can download, and they can help also walk you through how to navigate that program. I am going to show you how to do this in Silhouette Studio, which is also free to anyone. Now, you don't have to have a cutting machine. You can just use it as like a design area. So I hope that makes sense. Also, Lisa Shaw, who is a Nitwit designer, she is freaking amazing. She has done a couple different Word tutorials on how to bring your designs into Word and size them. So please check out her videos. It's Lisa Shaw, and she's in the Nitwit community. So let's close that out and let's go in to Silhouette Design. Okay, just going down to Silhouette. Now, I know I've already mentioned this, but once again, this Silhouette Design software is free. Now, there are different versions. I've actually got the business edition, which allows you to do a few more things, and you do pay for that. But their free version of Silhouette Studio is anyone can use it. So if you don't have a cutting machine, please go get this, and I maybe can help you figure out how to navigate and work with digital designs. So awesome. So here is the Silhouette Studio design area. Okay, this is your canvas that we are going to be working on. Now, if you do have a cutting machine, what you will want to do is come up to the corner here. Okay, that shows our page. And you want to turn in this dark box, and we're going to turn on our registration marks. Let me just show you. What these are is this is what's going to tell your computer what to print out with your machine. So if you have a machine, you want to turn those registration marks on. If you don't have a cutting machine and you're just going to be fussy cutting these elements, you can just leave it off. Okay, that leaves the whole canvas blank. Now what we want to do is we're going to go to File, and we are going to Open. We want to go to our downloads where we had put that. And mine automatically opened because we were just there. So you would go to your download file and click the one you just purchased. So here's what we have, and you want to bring these in one by one. And this is a very important tip. As you bring these in, let me show you. We'll bring this in. So I just clicked on it, and I'm going to hit OK, and boom, it's going to pop in. There it is. Okay, that's going to be like our base layer, and everything's going to layer on top of that. The really important thing I wanted to tell you is you don't want to change the size of this until you have brought everything in. Let me say it again. Don't change the size of it till all of your elements are in. And let me kind of walk you through it. So if to bring in all of your elements in this program on the same canvas, after you open your first one, you just go to merge, because you want to merge everything that you're bringing in on the same canvas. So we're going to hit merge, and there we are. There's our downloads. Okay, let's go ahead. This one is just the same thing as this, but it doesn't have the words on it. So you don't have to use all of these, but you do use most of them. So here's our butterfly. I clicked on it. We're just going to hit OK, and it's going to bring it in. Do you see that's where it is? You can move it, but don't resize it yet. Okay, now we're going to hit File and Merge. Let's bring in our other butterfly. And there he is, or she. Okay, this is the kind of the copy of the file. I like to have it over here so I can kind of look at it as I'm, making my stuff. So that's optional to bring that in. Okay, we're going to go back up to File and Merge. And once again, you want to bring in all of these elements. These two are the same. This one has wording on it. This one doesn't. So if you brought in the one with wording, you would go over to this one. If you brought in the one without wording, you would go over to this one. So let's go ahead and open that. And everything's just layering on top of each other. Okay? It's just going to be like piled on top of each other. So we're going to merge, and now we'll go to this one. This one has the wording on it. This one doesn't. So you don't need both of these. You would just, if you're doing the wording, select that one. I hope that's making sense. Okay, we're almost done. We have a few more to bring in. We're down here. Let's bring this one in. And then merge. We're going to bring in this one. And we're going to merge, and we're going to bring in this. Oh, look at that blue checkered heart. It's one of my favorites. Okay, now we just need to choose which sentiment that we want. Now, if you did use the blank one, that would be fine, because then you could still use any of the sentiments to put in there. Just because you didn't choose one with a sentiment, you can choose one of these to put on top. So let's just choose this one. You Make Me Smile. And we are done. Let me just show you. Let's go into this thing. And we have downloaded everything. This is the blank one. So everything here is done. I don't know if I did that. Let me make sure. Okay, I don't think I did it. Now, this is our base layer, and this is our main layer. This shows all of the things we're going to layer on top. So basically, the size of your card, let me just show you. Let me move some of this. The base of your card is going to be, I'm just going to click on it, 6 by 5.5. Okay, so 6 by 5.5. Now, if you want your card to be 6 by 5.5, then you would just leave everything. Everything is all the same size. But if you want to change the sizes of this, let's go ahead and just put everything on top of each other. Just throwing everything on top. I'm going to add this on the top though. Okay, everything's in this little clump right here. Okay, I'm going to select it all. Move that over. I'm going to select it all, and I'm going to size this to how I want it. So let's pull off that top kit, and now this size is showing, let's see, 4.859 by 4.492. So let's make a 3 by 3 card. So it's all, I'm going to make sure everything is selected, and let's pull that down to about 3 by 3. I think that would be a cute size. Okay, that's about 3 by 3. So here are all of my elements, and because I resized them all together, now when I go to print them out and cut them out, everything is going to be perfectly layered because I resized them at the same time. I hope that makes sense, but it's such an important part as to making this project. So there are all of my elements. From here, if you don't have a cutting machine, you would go to File and then Print. Okay, and this is showing you all of the things that are going to print out. And then after you printed it, you would just fussy cut all of these different elements, and then you could use some pop dots to put them on top of each other. Okay, so let's cancel out of that. Let's say you do have a cutting machine. Once again, we go up to this little paper here, and it's this dark square. We click on it, and we want to turn on our registration marks. The reason you turn them on is this is going to tell the machine to cut around those red outside layers. Okay, now you want to make sure that everything you bring in is staying in within the red lines. You don't want anything up here or anything to overlap in those squares. Okay, everything needs to be inside. So if you were making a big card, you might have to layer these on 2 to 3 different pages and print them out separately, because, you know, if you, let's select it all, so I make sure everything stays the same. If you were to make a bigger card, you can see that you wouldn't get all these elements on without them touching each other. So you would need to kind of use a couple different pages. And something when you're using the silhouette print and cut option is I like to turn my images and try to get as many images on a page as I can, just so, you know, I use Canon photo mat paper, which is amazing for these cute little designs, but I also want to take advantage of every part of my paper that I'm using. So I go through and I try to fit as many of these on so they're not touching. And let's see, can we get that one on? Like I say, you can turn your elements. Yeah, that looks good. I think this one's too big to put on, but then I would print this out. And after I printed this, I would select it all and move it over and bring in the embellishments that I hadn't already cut out. And then this is just something that I do. I like to fill my page with different things, whether it's things from the same kit or something that I was needing to print, just because this is good printer paper. So I want to take advantage of it. Okay, so once again, you would go to File and then Print. Now I'm going to go ahead and close this, and I will show you where you go from here. So now you have printed out your design, and you're either going to cut it out by hand, fussy cut it, or you're going to load it into your machine and cut it out. Now I do have a Silhouette Cameo, as I mentioned before, so these little marks on my paper tell the machine how to cut it out. So it's already been cut. Let me just lift all this off. And you can see with the size that I have made mine, it took me 3 different sheets of paper. Okay, so there's 1, there's 2, there is our 3rd one. Okay, so let's go ahead and assemble our Nitwit knick-knack. That sounds funny, Nitwit knick-knack. Kind of a tongue twister. Okay, so this is our base piece down on the bottom. Now you'll take the piece that is the full enchilada. I can't think of what to say, but the full pattern, and then we are just going to layer that on top. Now I'm actually hungry because I said enchilada. That's so funny. I'm so influenced. Okay, I'm just going to stand this up and get that on. So we've got 2 dimensions right there, 1 and 2. Now take the next piece, you're just slowly getting smaller, and this one is going to layer on top. You see how simple this is? It's so simple, and yet I find it so very satisfying, you know, to make the different layers. So now we have 1, 2, and 3 layers. So now take your next smallest. We're just working our way down from biggest to smallest. Okay, and then that is our 4th layer. Here is my 5th layer, and that's a very delicate layer. So this is going to go on right here. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I had printed out sending birthday wishes, but I actually had printed out You Make Me Smile. So I'm going to do the You Make Me Smile right there. It just covers it up, and I will do one more popped up version of that. So even if you print out the one with words, you can still change the sentiment of what you're going to use. Does that make sense? So yeah, we're going to just add, and that's why I print out a couple of extra. It's like, so I have the flexibility to say, hey, I think that needs another layer, or I think that needs another layer. Now look how delicate this is. This would be a little more difficult to cut with scissors. Well, it would be more difficult for me because I don't have a steady hand. But if you do, then go for it. Okay, so Look at those bluebells. Are they just so cute? Oh my gosh. I wanted bluebells for my wedding because my favorite color is blue. And I ended up using, I think it was like called a cornflower. I don't really remember, but it was a blue flower and I loved it. Okay, here's one of our butterflies, and see it's already popped up. There we go. Here is another butterfly, and that's going to go right here. We'll put his wing right there on top. I'm going to kind of fold it up too to make the wings a little bit dimensional. We've got our heart. Oh, I love that heart. And what else? Let's do another heart on top. Okay, and then last but not least, we need a bow. Where do we want our bow? I think maybe right. Don't want to cover that up. So many decisions. I think we'll put the bow right there. So I used 8 layers in some spots, and once again, I'm just kind of moving those butterfly wings up to make it a little more dimensional. I think these butterfly wings would also look cute with vellum on them. Oh yeah, now that worked out really good to bend up those wings. Let me push down on that bow. And there is our cute dimensional card. What do you guys think? I'm going to add a few little pearls on here. I'm really on a pearl kick, so no, that's not all the embellishments that I have, but these cards give such like a beautiful feeling that I think pearls just go with it. All right, let's see, just a few, just a little added touch. I like to put a pearl on my butterflies. And then, let's see, we'll put a pearl onto my bow. Do you guys like pearls? I love pearls. Love, love, love. I like to craft with them, but I also like to wear them. I love pearls. Let's see, do I need anything else? Yeah, let's put a pearl right there. And I think this would be cute to add some real buttons on there. Dang it, I wanted a navy blue button to go with this, and I don't have navy blue. So we're just going to add our white one on there. I think that will be fine. Oh, that's really cute. That is how you put together from start to finish a knick-knack from Nitwit Collections. Oh my gosh, this was so much fun to make. And thank you, Nitwits, for this wonderful file. And I thank you so much for joining and subscribing and watching. Thank you. I really do appreciate your support. And if you like the video, give me a big thumbs up. I would also love to have you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget, I do have a new Facebook group. It's called Smile by Holly, where when you go in and you're making your projects, you can go into Smile by Holly group and post all the fun things you're making. And it just would be a real fun community to see what each of us are making. So have a fun crafting day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye, everybody.